Good morning, Guardians. Ebontis here with another Xur Day review for you guys. It is November 11th, 2016. Xur is located in the reef in his little cubby hole on the right-hand side, so let's take a look at his inventory and see what he's got. First exotic Xur has this week is the Twilight Garrison for the Titans. Exotic perk is called Tactical Air Support, and this is the one that gives the Titans that sideways air dash. So when you jump up in the air, you press circle for PlayStation. I think it's B for Xbox. It's been a while since I played Xbox. And when you jump up in the air and evade, you'll basically shift your Guardian in the air sideways to the left, to the right, forward, or backwards, giving you that extra dodge. If you need to quickly dodge something in the air, you can do it. So it's actually pretty helpful if you need to be a little more mobile or something like that in certain situations. It's a good one to have in your collection, just a nice one to be able to use when you want to. As for the stat rolls, we've got Discipline and Strength this morning. Not a bad roll on Discipline, as 61 is actually pretty solid. 51 on Strength, but of course, I think most people are probably going to be looking for Intellect on this one, as at least I know I usually am. So it's kind of your call if this is a decent roll for you or not. Got Special Ammo and Heavy Ammo. It's another great one about Twilight Garrison, just because you don't have to pick specific ammo types. It's all special or all heavy, so you can definitely have good solid amounts of ammo for whatever gun you need. And then finally, this one's got Solar Recovery and Solar Armor. So pretty good this morning for definitely a PvP chest piece. Decent armor, decent weapon rolls, of course, if you need specific armor, and solar. I always like using that for that Sunbreaker, chunking those hammers out there. It's always a lot of fun. So not a bad one for the Titans this morning. Probably not the ultimate exotic for Titans, but one I think most of you guys should probably own at some point. As for the second exotic this morning, we've got boots for the Hunter, the Frost EE5 boots. These are the new ones for Rise of Iron. And the exotic perk is called Rapid Cooldown, so tighter turning radius while sprinting. Same thing the Dune Marchers have. That's pretty cool, always to turn those corners faster when you need to, especially if you're running around with a shotgun. And then also, of course, increased grenade and melee regeneration while sprinting. So if you are running around PvP maps with a shotgun, for example, or a sidearm, whatever you're doing to be mobile, grenade and melee regeneration gets a nice boost while you're running around, so not a bad exotic, actually, for those who are mobile and on the move all the time. Probably not one favorable for snipers who are camping a lane, but if you're running around and being mobile, you get to take advantage of this. Probably not a top-tier exotic, but sounds like it definitely could be middle of the ground. Definitely have some pretty good use for the people who are taking advantage of its mobility options. Got Intellect and Discipline this morning, not too shabby on those stat rolls. Unfortunately, we've got Sidearm and Machine Gun ammo, not the best ammo rolls for boots, and you've got Void Double Down. So maybe not the best rolls on this one. The stats are actually pretty reasonable, but that's up to you guys on the rest. But all in all, probably not a beast exotic for the Hunters, but I think the right person could definitely take a lot of advantage of these. If you're a mobile player and a hunter and you want to be moving all the time, you could take advantage of this. Unfortunately, if you're something like a mobile player and you want to be like a Blade Dancer or something like that, you're going to give up an exotic there. So your call on that one, but I think these could be a middle-of-the-ground exotic for hunters for sure. The third exotic we have this morning is the Apotheosis Veil for the Warlocks. If you guys have heard me talk about this before, it is not my favorite, but we'll talk about why here now. Private Reserves is your exotic perk. Immediately regenerate health, melee, and grenade energy upon casting your super. Unfortunately, for an exotic to be useful only when you activate your super, which is not that frequent. That's the only time you get a benefit, and it's not anything related to that super. All you do is refill your health bar and refill your melee and grenade energy abilities pools, so you can use those. When you activate your super, that's it. You don't get an extra grenade, you don't get something else paired with your super, so you can do something more with it. All you do is boost your health and abilities upon activating your super. That's it. It just seems there's so many better options out there. This one is a pretty low-level exotic for Warlocks, so if you're looking for one to buy this week and you're a Warlock, I'm sorry, this is just not a great option for you. It does have a full Intellect roll. You can get Strength on this one too if you want, but I'd probably go Intellect if you're doing anything. Ashes to assets, grenade bonus upon grenade kills will get you super energy. You get heavy lifting, and then of course infusion for health every time you pick up an orb of light. Honestly, Warlocks, this is not the greatest one. If you need to collect it for your collection, that's fine. Otherwise, I would skip this one because it's just really not that great. As for the weapon this week, we've got Monte Carlo. This is always a fun one to use, and I think the archetype is in a pretty decent place right now as well. So archetype is an auto rifle, pretty decent one at that. Actually, you've got high caliber rounds as an option. Send it for a booster range, or you can have Field Scout for a bonus to ammo capacity. Always a nice combination there. Smart drift control, aggressive ballistics if you want that boost to impact, giving up a good chunk of stability. But the exotic perk you've got, dealing damage with this weapon reduces your melee cooldown and grants a chance to fully recharge your melee ability with each kill. So, decent auto rifle, actually decent range if you put Send It on there as well. And if you're running around looking for your melee cooldown, especially say for like a Hunter Wombo combo, for example, use this one, get some decent auto rifle kills, be on the move, and keep those smoke grenades coming. So, not too shabby of an option, and just a pretty nice looking clean gun overall. So, if you don't have this one, I would consider picking it up. It's a pretty nice, fun gun to use. As for the ornaments this morning, we've got Prototype for Truth. It's that kind of more silver, more mechanical looking, kind of futuristic. Not a bad looking one for Prototype, but if you get Truth, you probably just want to go for the Heart of Gold. Just more entertaining that way. And the other ornament we have this morning is the Wolves Remember. This is the one for your new sword, the Young Wolves Howl. And this is the one that kind of has the gold handle on it, and then just like the clean metal tip and blade to it, basically. So kind of a cool looking sword, very clean, but just not really all that exciting. And of course, 25 silver dust, kind of an expensive price for it. As for the Engram, it is Legacy this week. Again, make sure you remember Legacy Engrams, year one only. This one is primary weapons. If for some reason you're trying to go find a primary weapon for your collection, you can pick these up. But honestly, I would advise against it. Save your strange coins and put them towards something that'll actually allow you to use it in this year 3 of Destiny, as opposed to a year 1 item you're really not going to get much use out of. So it's up to you guys if you want to do it, but I've probably told you enough at this point. Legacy Engram's not really worth it. Finally, we come to the good old miscellaneous. Got Plasma Drive and Emerald Coil. Upgrade those blue sparrows to your legendaries if you still have any of those. Got Heavy Innocence, always of good benefit. Make sure you've got plenty of those on hand. 3 of coins, same thing as well. Good chances for exotics to drop there. And Glass Needles if you need to re-roll any of your stats on your exotic armor. Best way to do it, and pretty much the only way to do it. And finally, of course, if you do choose to exchange Motes of Light or Strange Coins for Motes of Light, that is up to you. Just a pretty terrible exchange rate, so I would advise against that. But that pretty much wraps it up for me, guys, for Xur today, November 11th. Not too crazy of an inventory today, but he does have new boots for the hunters, so make sure you guys check those out. They could be fun to use. I don't know if they're going to be a beast exotic, but they could be pretty useful in the right hands. So have some fun with those, and look forward to seeing how Trials goes, and just enjoy the rest of Iron Banner. So have a good week. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like down below. They are appreciated. And just check out the main channel page, subscribe there, and I will keep the content coming your way. As always, thanks for the support, guys. The growth continues to be awesome, and just enjoy everything that this game has to offer. So have a good one.